It's Ronnie, and welcome to May I Scraplift You, hosted by Crystal Barrett, who is Pineapple Papers here on YouTube. And today I'm going to scrap lift Julie Taylor. And this is her layout, and I am going to go rogue. I fell in love with it as soon as I seen it, but, uh, yeah, it didn't end up quite like it. I'm going to scrap that photo of the twins, and I'm going to use Girl Gang off of this die set. And then that upper one on here, yeah, I'm pointing it out. That's the one I plan on using. And a lot of times I use cardstock, but I used one of the 6x8 paper pads on here today. And I'm showing the ephemera, laser cuts, everything. And I'm going to only use one little rub on here. And I did pull some scraps because I have used this. And I'm going to use that whole 6x8 right there. On her layout, she used a white background and added mixed media. When I first seen it, I got all excited and thought, I've got that paper. Well, once I dug through all my papers twice, I thought, I don't have that paper. I don't remember that paper being, it's not here. All I found is this one here. And I looked at it again. I went ahead and pulled it off the internet. And I realized she used the white background. And Fussy cut around that large gear and used a rub on or two, I think, several things. And I considered doing that. But my water tower, the big one, I had it planned for fireman layout. And so I thought, oh, I got to come up with something different. I'm going to still use the big ring here and add to it. So it is my inspiration. She tore her paper and has a background paper back there. And the upper left-hand corner kind of sort of looks like that. And of course, I have the ring with the film strip because hers does show a little bit of film strip. And the my big cluster with the photos in the same place. So yeah, I used it for inspiration. However, I love that layout. And two, I was trying to keep my time at my scrappy table limited. This picture here, I'm going to put it on with the T-square ruler. And every time I looked at it, I thought it looked crooked. And after I got done with the layout, I even measured it again with it. And it's straight. It just looks crooked to me. But the 6x8 that I put it on has a frame that's off. Well, I think maybe a couple of things that look off on it and makes them look crooked. But my photo is straight. I'm so tickled to point out I have a glue press. Debbie sent me a gift card for Christmas, and that's what I used it for. I had to wait because they don't ship glue in the winter, but I love that thing. So thank you so very much, Debbie. It is going to be well used. You barely have to squeeze. It is awesome. This is the die cut of the die I showed earlier, and I am going to spread it out and put it with my layers back there. There is no layers on hers, but like I said, since it gets cut off, she does have layers behind her photo that are a lot smaller. And so it kind of goes into something. So I wanted it to go into something a little bit on mine too. And I'm just going to add that there. And when I found that on the internet, all I looked for was geometric die, cutting die. And I got several years ago, and I love that thing. It's my favorite one. You've seen I had several, and that one's my favorite one. I had the scrap laying over in the little bowl, and so I added it on there too since it was the right color. I do believe it is cardstock though. Here's my title, and I used one of the 6x8 paper pad. Paper, it's not a pad. I used it for my background because it has got gears and rings or something. And I thought that'd be cool to have because you can still see them under the girl gang. And since my granddaughters are sitting there pretending to smoke, neither one smokes, for the photo, which I am sure was my daughter's idea because it looks so grungy there, I thought, well, I'm gonna put girl gang on here. And then I seen this Jeep in there, the new Rust and Revs. I believe it was in that one, and it's called 2.0. And I got that at Only One Life Creations. They went out of business, and they had 50% off sale. So I got the bundle for $21. Oh, you can't beat that. And then I got a couple other things to go with it, but love, love, love the collection. Anyway, that Jeep was, I got sidetracked. That Jeep was on there. And the girl, the one with the dark hair, Reagan, she, after she got, well, not her first job, she went to EMT school and got a job on the ambulance and bought her a Jeep. And it's blue, and this is blue. And I thought, oh, I just cannot resist putting it on there. I have not put the other one I made in either one of their albums yet. So I'm going to put this one in hers and the other one in Charlie's because I can't resist that rusty old Jeep when hers is so pretty and bright blue and no rust on it at all. And I'm sure she's going to notice right away that it is a Jeep. And I did pick one of the larger grass tufts and I cut a chunk out of it. Then I put behind it at the top because the you can see through the window there. And I wanted a lot of grass back there. So since it is rusty, it'll be all grown up. And I think this rub-on says, um, explore the unknown. I think that's what it says. And then I've got sequins, and these are from Spiegel Mom Scraps, which made the best sequins ever, the mixes. And this one's Twigs and Twine or Twine and Twigs, one or the other. But I thought it'd go really good with this, and since it is a girl layout. And yeah, I think I use my grungy stuff just as much on the girls' layouts as I do the boys. But I thought the sequins would be an awesome addition on here. But that's it. That's my layout. And I did love, love, love Julie's layout and loved using it as my inspiration. And make sure you, I, she has an Instagram. I will look it up and put it down there below. And so you can check out some of her other layouts. And there's my completed layout. And there's I can't remember which paper I used for that, but don't it look rustic for my die cut there? Kind of matches my chain really well. And there's the Jeep, and see how the grass is growing up behind it. But I added a little bit of green down there, and well, I think I might have cut that little grass a little bit low, but you can't tell it to look at the layout because, it's the way I was holding the camera. And there's my cluster up there at the top. And yeah, that's it. And uh, I want to thank y'all so very, very much for joining me while I created it. And I hope I don't have to add a whole bunch of words on this layout. On this video, because all the mistakes I made, like I did yesterday. Maybe I did better today. It's been a while since I made very many. And this is my 4th voiceover today. But I hope y'all have a happy, scrappy week. Check out the playlist down there below and have fun watching the videos. Bye.